Throughout its more than 4.5 billion years of history, Earth has gone through countless upheavals. There were times when it seemed like the literal end of the world had arrived. Earth has survived not one, but 5 massive extinction events. Thankfully, as of the making of this video, life still exists on our planet. But what exactly is a mass extinction? It is a horrifying and rapid decline in biodiversity on Earth. This happens when the rate of extinction is vastly faster than the rate of new species forming. Scientists have discovered about 26 extinction events in Earth's history, but standing out among them are 5 events of massive and supermassive scales. We call them the 5 biggest mass extinctions on Earth. No. 1. The Late Ordovician Mass Extinction. This catastrophic event began about 447 to 443 million years ago. At this time, most of the Earth's landmass was merged into a supercontinent called Gondwana. This massive landmass drifted toward the South Pole, much like Antarctica today. Life on land was practically non-existent. Almost all activity happened underwater, where ancient sea creatures like trilobites and corals thrived. Life was booming until a mysterious disaster struck. This is considered the second largest extinction event in history in terms of the percentage of species lost. It wiped out 85% of all species on Earth. The most widely accepted theory for this mass extinction is a sudden, extreme ice age. As glaciers formed, sea levels dropped drastically, destroying the habitats of shallow water marine life. When the glaciers suddenly retreated, things got even worse. Oxygen levels in the ocean plummeted, and toxic hydrogen sulfide spiked. Another fascinating theory suggests a gamma ray burst from a nearby dying star hit Earth. This cosmic beam would have destroyed the ozone layer and created a smog that blocked the sun. Whatever the cause, it took life about 5 million years to recover its previous diversity. Number 2. The Late Devonian Extinction. Occurring about 375 to 360 million years ago, this was a prolonged nightmare. The Devonian period was the golden age of fish. The oceans were filled with massive, heavily armored predatory fish. But this extinction didn't happen overnight. It was a series of crises spanning millions of years. Around 75% to 80% of all species vanished forever. The ancient coral reefs were almost entirely wiped out. Ironically, scientists believe the culprits might have been plants. As plants evolved on land, their massive roots broke apart rocks, sending excess nutrients into the oceans. This triggered a massive explosion of algae. When the algae died and decomposed, it sucked all the oxygen out of the water, suffocating marine life. At the same time, volcanic eruptions in the Vili Traps spewed ash, blocking the sun and causing another ice age. But this tragedy had a silver lining. It wiped out the giant, slow-armored fish, allowing smaller, adaptable fish to thrive. Some of these fish developed strong fins and lungs, eventually crawling onto land. If it weren't for this event, we might all be swimming right now. Number 3. The Permian-Triassic Extinction, also known as the Great Dying. About 252 million years ago, Earth turned into an absolute hellscape. This was the most severe extinction event in our planet's history. It wiped out 96% of marine species and 70% of land vertebrates. Even insects, the ultimate survivors, suffered massive losses. The Earth was a single giant supercontinent called Pangaea, which caused extreme climate conditions. Then, the Siberian Traps erupted. A colossal region of volcanoes in Russia erupted continuously, releasing toxic gases for millions of years. This caused severe acid rain, destroyed the ozone layer, and acidified the oceans. The Earth became a literal toxic oven. One of the few survivors was a strange creature called Lystrosaurus, a weird mix between a pig and a hippo. With no predators left, this pig-hippo multiplied so fast, it made up 90% of all land animals. Number 4. The Triassic-Jurassic Extinction. About 201 million years ago, life was finally recovering from the Great Dying. But then, the supercontinent Pangaea began to tear apart, forming the Atlantic Ocean. This splitting triggered massive volcanic eruptions that lasted around 600,000 years. Huge amounts of carbon dioxide and methane were pumped into the atmosphere, causing extreme global warming. About 76% of all marine and terrestrial species were wiped out. Some massive ancient crocodiles shrank down and retreated to the water to survive. But crucially, this event wiped out the top predators of the time. This cleared the stage for the dinosaurs to completely take over the Earth. Number 5. The Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction. This is the most famous one, happening 66 million years ago. The dinosaurs were thriving and ruling the Earth, until a 15-kilometer-wide asteroid named Chicxulub slammed into the Gulf of Mexico. Traveling at 72,000 kilometers per hour, the impact released energy equivalent to 10 billion atomic bombs. 25 trillion tons of rock and debris were blasted into the atmosphere. It rained back down as flaming, molten glass. The impact triggered massive earthquakes and ridiculously huge tsunamis. The dust and sulfur blocked out the sun entirely, dropping global temperatures by 15 degrees Celsius. The Earth was plunged into darkness and freezing cold for 15 years. Without sunlight, plants died. Without plants, herbivores died. Without herbivores, the T-Rex starved. 75% of all species were wiped out, ending the reign of the dinosaurs. But tiny feathered dinosaurs survived, eventually evolving into modern birds. Yes, chickens are dinosaurs. Small mammals, our distant ancestors, survived the darkness by hiding underground and eating scraps. When the dust settled, mammals inherited the Earth, which brings us to today. The 6th extinction, the Holocene extinction. This extinction event is currently ongoing, starting around 10,000 BC. Unlike the previous 5, there is no asteroid, no sudden ice age, and no supervolcano. The cause this time is us. Since the appearance of humans, we have altered the planet at an unprecedented rate. Through hunting, pollution, and destroying habitats, species are disappearing up to 10,000 times faster than the natural rate. It took the universe billions of years to create us. Let's make sure we don't become the asteroid of our own story.